Hi guys, it's Miss Stacy. So did you know that there's a holiday this week? The holiday is Thanksgiving. So on Thanksgiving, we talk a lot about turkeys. You see this picture of a turkey? He has feathers and he's got some different colors, brown. Sometimes turkeys have brighter colors, so they're like a little bit brown and red and yellow. So we're just gonna do a fun little activity today to make our own pretend turkeys. So we're going to try it a few different ways and see what we like best. So the thing you need to start with is a coffee filter, okay? So if you have a coffee filter, then you can try it. And what we're going to do is we're going to color our coffee filter with water-based markers. So we have some regular markers to try in some nice Thanksgiving colors. And we have some bingo markers to try. All right, so I'll try our markers first. I'm just going to use all the colors and make a design. So I'm going to use my two hands, and I'm going to pull the cap off, and I'm going to make lots of different designs with the red. I'll make some swirls. It's hard to see. It doesn't want to see down. Oh, man. All right, so we made some red swirls. I'll make some red swirls around the outside. I'm going to use two hands again, and I'm going to push. Next, I'm going to use orange, so I'm going to pull. And I'm going to make some lines with my orange. You don't have to draw like a pretty picture. You could make a nice design, but you're just getting the colors on all the different parts. And we're going to do, which do you think we should do next, yellow or brown? I think yellow. So I'm going to use my two hands and I'm going to pull the yellow. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make all kinds of marks all around. We got yellow, lots of yellow in there, and then our last color is brown. So we're going to use our two hands to pull, and we'll put some brown all around. So I'm just scribbling all over. I could do some lines like down, 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 or across, across, or make a circle, or I could just scribble. So you see all those colors on there? All right, so that was the one with markers. Sometimes it's hard to use markers, though. So sometimes something we use at school are the bingo markers. So with the bingo markers, you have to twist to get the cover off. So you hold it with one hand and you twist with your other hand. And then you just have to hold it like this and you go, boop, 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 boop. You make dots all around. So I'm not positive if our activity is going to work with the bingo markers. That's why we tried with both. But they say they're water-based, so we'll find out. Next, we'll do red. We're going to twist the cover off, and we're going to go dot, dot. Uh-oh, there we go. Thought it wasn't going to work. Dot, 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 dot. There we go. Lots of red. I covered my table with something, because sometimes they make a mess. Look at that. We have the design underneath it, too. Next, we're going to use yellow. So we're going to twist to get it off. We're going to go dot, 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 dot. Oh, the yellow makes bright colors. I like the yellow. See that? Pretty cool. And our last color, remember, was brown. So we'll put the brown on. Dot, 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 dot. All right. So now comes the fun part. Get these out of our way. We're going to take this spray bottle with water and we're going to spray our coffee filters. And let's see what happens. Ready? Here we go. We're going to spray the one with markers first. And what we're hoping is going to happen is that all the colors will mix together when it gets wet. What do you think? Ooh. Kind of mixing together. Getting there. I feel like the bingo marker one might be better. Let's see what happens with this one. Ready? We'll give it a spray. Are the colors gonna mix? Oh, they are. Yay! So they're both cool. I kind of like this one better. I feel a little bit like what happened with the Chuck is that it absorbed everything from the coffee filter. I think we probably should have turned it on the other side to spray it, but it still looks cool. Let's try I'm going to put it on this to dry. So this one I like. We'll put that here. This one, I think that the chuck absorbed all the colors from it. Should we do another one super quick? Let's see. One more super quick without letting it absorb. And let's see what happens. So really quick, we'll do our red again. Nice design. Not really a nice design, kind of scribbles. Then we'll do our orange all around. And we'll do our yellow all around. And we'll do our brown all around it. All right, let's see what happens now on something that doesn't absorb. It's like a science experiment and an activity all at the same time. What do we think? Oh, there we go. Definitely better. It didn't all absorb this time. All right, so I'll put this over here to dry. So we have to do this activity in two parts because the coffee filters will just rip right now if we try to do the next part with them. But we gotta do one more thing before we stop this part of our video. So we have these two clothespins. You ever use clothespins? You pinch the end and they open up. So we have these clothespins, but we want them to be darker brown. So we just need something to put them on top of because we already used all our chucks. I'll use some paper towel. Okay. Maybe, I think it's going to be a little bit hard to hold them. We're going to get fancy here. We're going to put them on here so we can just hold this. And I think we're going to use our dot marker because that will be easier. So we're going to use our dot marker. We took the cap off and we're going to go dot, 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 dot all around the clothespin. All here. We'll get the side of the clothespin. We'll get the back. Dot, 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 dot. So we're pushing it down. We're making our clothespin nice and brown. There. So that's going to have to dry a little bit. And our turkeys need to dry a little bit. Well, our turkey feathers that we made need to dry a little bit. So we'll get this all done. I'm getting some brown on the sides here. There we go. Lots of dot, 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 dot. Oh, man. All right. I think we got it. All right. See that? So we have our two brown clothespins. I'm going to take them off so they can dry. 1, 2. So right now we have lots of things that are drying. We have our 2 coffee filters and our 2 clothespins. Okay, so we're going to take a little break, and when we come back, everything will be dry, and we'll show you how to turn it into a turkey. All right? All right, guys, we're back, and our coffee filters are dry now. Remember, they were wet before, and we had to wait for them to dry before we could do the second part. So here they are, and they're all ready. Now we're going to turn them into turkeys. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our coffee filter, and we're going to fold it in half, but maybe not exactly in half. So then we have 2 different rows, because see how the turkey has a few rows of feathers? So it's like this, and we'll crinkle it up a little bit to make it look like feathers. All right, we're going to do the same thing to our other one. This is the one with markers. This one's not as bright. I think bingo markers were the winner. So we'll fold it in half, and we'll crinkle it up a little bit like feathers. And then we have our brown clothespins that we made for our turkeys. So we're going to give them a little face. I did one of them already. We gave them some googly eyes and a nose and a mouth. You could do it with whatever you wanted. You could draw it on there. You could use paper. We had some foam, so I'm going to use that. But I'm going to take our glue. I'm going to put just a bunch of glue around, because our googly eyes are a little big, so we want to make sure they don't fall off. So I'll take our 2 googly eyes. Someone might have to help you with this because it's hard even for me to hold on to the little tiny pieces. Somebody could help you if you were going to do this, or you could use markers and you could draw a face. Then we're going to cut a little triangle for the turkey's nose. See his little nose? We'll stick it on there. Uh-oh, his eyes are falling. Oh man, poor turkey. We'll stick his eyes on. And then we're going to give him a little red piece for the gobbler. You see that right there? That's called the gobbler. So we'll cut this little red piece, make it a little smaller, and then we'll stick it on here. There we go. All right. What's here? Our turkey's eyes are falling off. So we have 2 turkey faces, and now they're ready to go with their feathers. So here we go. Ready? This turkey is ready for his big moment. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pinch the clothespin with my fingers, and there he is. That is a cool turkey. Will he stand up? Oh, not quite. His feathers are too heavy. All right, let's do this guy. Ready? His eyes are falling off because they're not quite dry, but we're going to go 1, 2, 3, pinch. And he's ready for his feathers. Let's put him on. Oh, man. Now we have 2 very cool turkeys. Look at that. Bingo markers and regular markers. They don't look exactly like a turkey, but I think they're pretty cool. All right. So I hope you had fun watching, and I hope you have a good Thanksgiving. Bye.